Tyler is has to be one of the most unserious people ever. Like, it got so awkward that I wanted to hide under a rock, and I'm just the viewer. Hey, what's going on, folks? Another episode of Ryan Reviews Everything, and I'm here to talk about the first episode of the JERROD CARMICHAEL Reality Show that dropped over the weekend, or Friday night to be exact. And it had a little bit of everything, and this is only the first episode. I found it extremely entertaining, definitely a good number of awkward moments, and also some weird moments too. So we'll talk on all of that. It may not go in chronological order, but I may bounce around in that exact range, from what I found entertaining, awkward, and just plain out weird. So I think I'm going to go with entertaining first. This first episode is titled Emmys. It's showing, how he was preparing for the Emmys. I thought it was so dope how at one point it shows him pulling up to one of his stand-up performances with the actual Emmy trophy in hand. That was just like some boss stuff. He came through with the mink coat. Very, very boss-like stuff. Just a very entertaining first episode. And I really think that what stood out to me in terms of the entertainment portion of it is it shows why we love comedians. They could take some awkward, negative moments and turn it into straight up comedy gold, just some comedy material. And for example, the episode starts with JERROD Carmichael admitting that he, confessed his feelings to one of his male friends, and the male friend didn't have the best reaction, which we'll get into with the awkward segment. The male friend didn't have the best reaction to it, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, or maybe been off of X or Twitter. The male friend is actually Tyler, the creator. And after this episode, I'm convinced Tyler is has to be one of the most unserious people ever. Like, it got so awkward that I wanted to hide under a rock, and I'm just the viewer watching it. So very, very awkward there. But no, I thought it was very entertaining just from the comedy standpoint. It was several comedy bits throughout, just really just walking us through this awkward, confession of his feelings to somebody and not necessarily getting that reaction back. And also, I don't know where you want to categorize it at, but even before this awkward exchange, JERROD Carmichael is definitely outside. He is in these streets hard, in them grinding streets heavy. And I did learn something new. I never even heard the term boy butter until I saw the show. But yeah, so that was interesting. He's definitely in these streets, and I know that has to be yet kind of awkward as well for people, or at least for potential daters for JERROD. Like, he's like I said, he's cruising the grind the streets, and the people that he's connecting with, they are made aware of ahead of time who the person actually is, him being JERROD and his celebrity status. And they're also given a heads up that when they walk into his crib, there are going to be cameras around because he's filming this reality show. So, definitely see some, quite the number of makeout sessions. His crib is pretty much like a revolving door of different male suitors. I'll say that. Got a little uncomfortable with the whole foot fetish thing. But hey, I mean, no kink shaming at the same time. Whatever rocks your boat, rocks your boat. I don't care what the sexual preference is. I don't know if I want to be watching anybody tongue kiss some toes, on my TV screen. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, like I said, he is in these streets, heavy. Something that I did find empowering, and it seems like that will be one of the reoccurring conflicts throughout the season, is he definitely came out to his parents quite some time ago, and the father seems to be acceptable of it. The mother, not so much. They came from heavy into the church and so forth, which is why the mother is having a hard time accepting Gerard's, preference and things of that nature. So that definitely seems like that will be one of the reoccurring things. And we even see, like, in this first episode alone, we see one of Gerard's childhood friends. Her name escapes me, but she starts tearing up thinking about this conflict between Gerard and his mom, because she's very tight with both of them, and she hates to see that they're kind of butting heads, all because of his sexual preference. And I think at some point in the show, she even leaves a voice message saying, congratulating him for doing a good job and how proud of him she is. But even in the tone, it sounds like she's doing this to try to maybe reach like out like an olive branch to try to just mold things over. Is the best way I could put it. One thing I did find very weird. I don't know if this person is like a close friend. Is he like a manager or something like that of Jerrod Carmichael? But this one guy, he comes in, he's literally just named Anonymous. Came in with like a mask, some voice disguise thing, so you can't tell his real voice. And the thing that I thought was odd was like he was like complaining about this whole reality show idea, but yet he still came through to see Gerard. That's why I was like, he might be a manager or something. Because otherwise, all right, you're going to have cameras around, holler at me when the cameras aren't around. Simple as that. And now the grand finale part of the episode, we find out that, once again, Gerard is the one who confessed feelings for Tyler. And Tyler, specific reaction was laughing at it. He left a voice note just laughing at another man just pouring out his feelings, for him. And, I feel like most of us can relate to that, no matter what your preference is, where, I'll speak for myself, back in maybe like college, high school. I'm sure at every stage or phase of my life, I'm sure I've had the rejection thing once or twice, a good number of times. But yeah, I've been there before, where I expressed my feelings to a female that I thought was interested in me, and luckily she didn't laugh at my face or anything, but just kind of let me down gently. I could only imagine that Gerard would have got that same courtesy, but nah, he gets Tyler laughing at him, and then after that, Gerard wants to have a sit down just to further talk man to man about it, just about this whole thing. Definitely their friendship energy is off ever since he confessed his feelings to Tyler. And once again, has to be some of the most unserious moment I've ever seen Tyler in. This was so unserious that, despite the fact that it's a reality show, that had to be staged in some form of fashion, because like Tyler was trying to talk about everything except this conversation of Gerard opening up his feelings about how he really feels about Tyler. He's just, imagine you be like, hey Tyler, I just want to just clear the air. I expressed my feelings to you and you laughed at me. I'm just trying to see what's up, man. Like, what was that energy about? And then you give this eye to eye, heart to heart combo, and then his response is, are you going to eat that? Like, talking about whatever food Gerard had on his plate, or at some point he like walks away because he has to fart. He's admiring why it looks so pitch black on the outside, and it's because of the set design. He is talking about everything except this man's feelings, which, once again, I felt so uncomfortable watching that part. I wanted to hide under a rock. And once again, this conversation isn't even directed to me, so very weird. That seems like, unfortunately, that may be kind of like a conversation or a friendship rather that, can't rebuild because of that. Who knows? But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it for the rest of the episodes, especially if they're going to be, giving me these type of roller coaster feelings, from entertained, from feeling weirded out by certain things, and just experiencing perhaps some awkward interactions or conversations that maybe should be better off left private. Like, I'm sure it's going to be some extremely awkward conversations between Jerrod and his mom. So I like the show. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Love it or hate it, that's my review. Peace.